Hey guys, welcome to Tabletop Baseball. It's time for the Ron Guidry replay from 1978. This is game number 18. And here's a look at what he's done so far. This is the replay numbers. And these are the actual numbers. So pretty much on the money with the innings pitched, hits not too far off. The earned runs we discussed in the last video. A lot of it has to do with the home run differential. I think is a big reason for the earned run differential. Walks not too far off and not too far off on the strikeouts. I think this will close up. It did close up in the last game as he pitched a shutout. So I think hopefully that'll get a little closer after that rough start that he had to the beginning of the season in the replay. So he's 11-3, and in actuality, the Brewers, which is who they're playing, the Brewers won the game 6-0, shutout. First loss of the season for Guidry. He went 6 innings, gave up 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and 2 home runs. Mike Caldwell is on the mound for the Brewers. And the Brewers will go like this: Molitor, Money, Bando, Heisel, Lascano, Davis, Wolford, Yount, Moore doing the catching. And the Yankees lineup, Rivers is back in the lineup. He's been out for a while. It's Rivers, White, Munson, Piniella, Chambliss, Jackson, Nettles, Dent, and Stanley. All ready to go. Mickey Rivers. The lefty-lefty matchup, Mike Caldwell. And it's a 4-2. It's a 5 and a 4-2. Versus the lefty, he's going to be at first base, and that'll be a ground ball to first. And I'm going to come right back, as I just realized I have not put in the ratings. So hold on one second. Okay, we are ready to continue here. We got Roy White. 1 out. 3-3. 3-3 is a 5. Let's see if that changes here. It's a 44. Let's bring this in. Column 3. And a 44 is going to make it a 5, so it stays a 5. And then a 4, wait a minute. Oh yeah, 444. It's going to stay a 5. And then a 3-5 off of Caldwell. He's going to be batting right as a 4. So a 9 in column 3, and that will be a single to right field. Brings up Thurman Munson, 3-6. 3-6 is a 42. And then a 3-6 is a 4. So 46 is going to be a single because it's a lefty-righty. And he is a right-hander versus a left-hander. So a single. And runner advances 2 bases. One or 2 speed stops. He is not. So first and third, 1 out. Lou Piniella. 3-3 is a 32. And then a 3-5 is a 4. So 36, column 3. 36 is a double to left. Double to left. Scores 1 for sure. And Munson... check with third base coach for any extra base attempts. Munson's only a 2. And left fielder is a 4 in the arm. That's Heisel. So speed minus arm is a -2. 2 minus 4 is a -2. So we get a 10. -2 and a 10, and he is out. Lead runner is out, trying to advance. Other runners may move up. Well, he's not the lead runner. Well, I mean, you had White at third. Obviously, he's going to score on a double. Lead runner's out, trying to advance. Other runners may move up. Roll one die. Any runner with speed equal. Well, he's not a runner. He's the batter. So Munson's going to be out. It's going to be a 7-2. And that brings up Chambliss. Pinella at second. 1 run in, 2 outs. It's a lefty-lefty matchup. 6-1. It's a 16 and a 6-1. It's a 1, a 17 in column 6. And that'll be a fly out to left. And that ends the inning. 1-0 Yankees. I don't really need to move that, do I? Molitor. 4-2 is a 3, and then a 4-6. And it's a ground out to second. So Don Money, a 6-1 is a 58, and a 6-3. 59, column 6, and that's going to be a single to left. One on, one out, Sal Bando. And it's a 4-4. 4-4 is a 16 and a 4-3. Third base, he's going to be, that's a 1, so it's a 17. In column 4, 17 grounder out of first, runners advance 1 base. With the infield halfway. Now first, yeah. It's a 5-3. Runners advance. Runner advances. Here's Heisel. 5-1 is a 4 and a 5-3 is a 2, so a 6 in column 5, and that's a walk. First and second with 2 outs. Sixto Lescano. Got the 6 column, 6-3, 16, 6-6 is a 3, 19 in column 6. That's going to be a fly out to right. So that ends the inning. Top of the second. 1-0. I keep forgetting I don't really need to move it. It looks like. Reggie Jackson, a 4-5. There's a 4 and then a 4-5. His shortstop, so it'll be a ground out to short. Lefty-lefty Nettles, 6-1 is a 59 and a 6-1. So 60, column 6, and it's a single to left. Now Bucky Dent, 2-3, 16, and a 2-4. It is a 20 total in column 2, and that's a fly out to right. So 2 away, 1 on. Nettles at first. Fred Stanley, 3-1. 3-1's a 4 and a 3-4. Shortstop, and it's going to be a ground out. Ground out to short. So still 1-0 Yankees. Dick Davis, the DH, 3-2, 29 and a 3-5. So 30, column 3. Lines out to left. Jim Wolford, 2-3, 16 and a 2-4. 17, column 2 is a strikeout. So 2 away, Robin Yount, 4-5 is a 5 and a 4-4. is the shortstop, so a ground out to short. Top of the third, Mickey Rivers, 4-5, 17, and a 4-6. Lefty, shortstop. So a 19 in column 4, and it's going to be a ground out to first. Grounder to short. Roy White, 2-3 is a 2 and a 2-5. 2-5 versus a righty is a 7 total, and that'll be a foul out to second. 2 away. Thurman Munson, 4-6 is a 3, and then a 4-5. Third base, so a grounder to third. Handled cleanly. Bottom of 3, Charlie Moore, bottom of the 9 hole, 2-6 is a raised 2, column 2. Let's see if it changes. An 11. It's going to drop to a 1. Drops to a 1, and the fielder is left field. And that's a 3, so a 4. Or actually, no, his defensive rating is higher. So he will make the catch. It's a fly out to left. Top of the order, Paul Molitor, 2-6, and we get a 5. 56, and it stays a 5. And then right field. Right field's a 3, Piniella, so that's going to fall in there. He's a 3, and it was a 5. So it falls in for a single. Here's a Don Money. 1-1's a 15. And then a 1-6 is a 1, so 16, column 1. Infield single. Into the hole is shortstop. Runners advance 1 base. So we need to check error rating of fielder if it's higher. We got Bucky Dent, and it is higher. 65 is higher than a 54. So it's a single, and runners advance an extra base on his throwing error. So it's an E6. We have second and third with 1 out. Sal Bando. 1-1's a 10 and a 1-1 is an 11. Single up the middle. Runners advance 1 base. Runners with 4 or 5 speed advance 2 bases. And we don't have that, so we have first and third now. 1 out, Larry Heisel. 5-2, 27, and a 5-1. So 28 in column 5. And it's a fly out to right. Batter does not have the caret symbol. Runner on third base, less than 2 outs, will score as a sacrifice fly, but there is no caret symbol, so no sac fly. 2 away, 2-6 for Lescano, a 2, and then a 45. 45 is going to make it a 4. And the fielder, that's a 60 though. We got to look down at the drive to the gap. Center field. The 45 makes it a 4. Center fielder Rivers is a 4, but it's not higher. It's equal to. So it falls in for a double. Runners advance 2 bases, scoring from first if speed is higher than the outfielder's arm or with 2 outs. And there are 2 outs. So a double, 2-run double for Lescano. And it's 3-1 now. Milwaukee. Dick Davis, a 1-2 to 35. And then a 1-3, so a 36 in column 1, and that'll be a ground ball to third. Three runs, though, for the Brewers. They did win this game 6-0. Pinella, 4-1, is a 1, and a 4-2. Second base, ground ball to second. Chambliss, 5-4, is a 1, and a 5-4 is a 1. So a 2 in column 5, and that's a grounder to first. Another lefty-lefty matchup here. Reggie Jackson, 3-6, 47, and a 3-6 is a 2. So 49, column 3, 49. And that will be an out. That will be a line out to right field. Or actually, the second baseman makes the catch. Since it is a lefty-lefty matchup. The bottom of the 4th. Walford, 4-6, or how about a 6-4? 6-4 is a 41, and then a 6-2, so 42, column 6. It's a hit to left, line drive hit to left, chance for extra bases. Roll 1 die against the outfielder's defensive rating. White is a 3, it's a 6, so it is higher. The die is higher, it's a double. All runners advance 2 bases. There's nobody on base, so it's just a double. Double to left. Robin Yount, 4-3, is a 2, and a 4-2. Second base. Stanley is a 3, so 5 in column 4. 5 in column 4. Now second with nobody out. Everybody's back. So it's a grounder out of first. Runners advance 1 base. Wolford at third with 1 out. Charlie Moore. 3-3 is a 5. And a 54. That will make it a 62. Changes that 5 to a 62. And 1 for Guidry. So a 63 in column 3. Is a line single to center. Runners advance 2 bases. RBI single for Charlie Moore. Now he's at first with 1 out. Paul Molitor, 5-5 is a 15 and a 5-5. 18 in column 5. Infield single. Runners advance 1 base. And check M of the action chart for further on-base action. We get a 7. A 7, possible wild pitch. The blue die is higher than wild pitch rating. It is a wild pitch. He's a 2, and it's a 4. So it is a wild pitch. All runners advance one base on the wild pitch. Single wild pitch. Second and third. Don Money. One out. Still 2-2. An 11 and a 2-3. So a 12 in column 2. And that's going to be a pop out to first. Thanks to the asterisk there with Guidry. Salbando got the 1 column finally. It was a 1, that was a 2. But it's a 35 and then a 1-2, so a 36 in column 1. That's going to be a ground out to third. Four to 1. Top of the 5th, Greg Nettles. 3-2 is a 2 and a 3-3. There's a 1, so a 3 in column 2 is going to be a strikeout. Mike Caldwell pitching very nice. 5-2, 27 and a 5-6. Versus a righty, so a 29 in column 5, and that's going to be a fly out to center. Two-way Fred Stanley, 3-6, 42, and that's going to be a single. It's the lefty-righty. If he's a right-hander facing a lefty, so it's a single. Mickey Rivers, 5-5 is a 15, and then a 5-6. Is a 2, so 17 in column 5 is an infield single. Runners advance one base, check M of the action chart. And we get a 12. PO with the asterisk, same as put out above, a pick off, but pick off attempt is made on lead runner. So attempted pick off on Stanley. If blue die is higher than the pitcher's hold rating, runner gets back safely. It's a 4. It is a 4, so it's not higher. If it's not higher, runner's picked off first. But we got the asterisk, so he's picked off second. So Stanley gets picked off. And that retires the side. So Caldwell with a nice pickoff move gets Stanley. Bottom of the 5th. Larry Heisel will lead off. 2-6. Got a lot of 2-6s. And it's a 5 so far and a 36. Drops it to a 3. And right fielder Pinella is a 3. So it's going to drop in for a single. Since his rating is not higher. Sixto Lescano, 2-5. 2-5 is a 16 and a 2-1. So 17. Fly out to center. Fly out to center with men on base. And with the runner on third, less than 2 outs, there's not, so it's a fly out to center. I think I might have, I'm thinking on this one, it was a pop out. I called it a pop out to first. And I can't remember if it was a 17, it would have been a fly out to center. Either way, still an out, but So Dick Davis, a 1-3 is a 2, and a 1-6 is going to be a strikeout. Walford, 6-4 is 41, and a 6-5. It's a 3, so 44 in column 6. And it's a line hit, line single to left. Runners advance 1 base, chance for extra bases. Roll 1 die against the outfielder's defensive rating. Left field, White. He's a 3, and it's a 6. So again, the ball is going to get by him. For a double. All runners advance 2 bases. If there was a runner on first, which there was, roll 1 die against the outfielder's arm. If the die is higher, the runner scores. Arm's a 2, and it is higher, so he scores. So it actually turns into a double. That's back-to-back doubles for Walford. 6-6. Uh-oh. 6-6 is a 9. Right-handed batter. 14. And it's going to stay it's actually going to drop to a 6. So a 9 becomes a 6. And a 6-6 is a 3. So a 9 total in column 6, and that'll be a single to center. And with 2 outs, runners advance 2 bases. Another RBI, and 6-1. See if Guidry can get through this inning. 3-6 is a 42, and it's going to be a single. Single to left, runners advance 2 bases. First and third, and a 3-3 is a 5, and then a 3-6. So 6 in column 3 is a fly out to center. Ends the inning, but they get 2 runs. That's probably all for Guidry. He's going to go 5. It's 6-1. It was, I don't need to move that. It was 6-0 in reality. So we're not far off pace. 3-2 is an 11 and a 3-4. So 14 column 3 is a line out to third. Munson 4-6 is a 3 and a 4-3. It's a ground out to short. Pinella a 4-4 is an 11. And then a 4-3. Shortstop 2, so a 13 in column 4. Possible error. Yeah, it's a 31. It's a 25, so no error. Uh, 4-3. Sorry, 6-3. Bottom of the 6th, and let's see, they're going to go to a new pitcher. Bob Kameyer came in the actual game. And since it's a 6-1 ball game, we'll let him come in since he is pretty close to reality. Now Guidry needs to root for the Yankees. He would anyway, but keep him from getting a loss. 2-3 is a 2, and a 2-4 is a 3, so a 5 in column 2, and that's a strikeout. Salbando with a 6-6, and possibly a 9, but it's not going to be. Probably it's going to drop to a 6. And a 6-2, so a 7 in column 6 is a single to left. So now 1 on, Larry Eisel. 4-3 is an 11, and then a 4-6. Second base is Stanley, so 14 in column 4. Infield halfway, possible error. Stanley's a 65. 62, so it's less. So it is a force out at second. And it's going to be a 4-6. So now 6 to Lescano with 1 on and 2 out. 6-5 is a 36 and a 6-6. 39 column 6. Struck him out. 2 strikeouts for Bob Kmeyer. Top of the 7th, Chris Chambliss. 1-4 is a 4 and a 1-4. There's a 1. That's a strikeout. 3-1 is a 13 and a 3-1. So 14 column 3. Line out to third. Nettles with a 2-2, an 11, and a 2-6. So 13 column 2 is a single to left. Two away, Bucky Dent. 1-3 is a 3 and a 1-2. And that'll be a strikeout of Bucky Dent. Bottom of the 7th, Dick Davis. 1-1. 1-1's a 25 and a 1-4, so 28. Column 1. 28 in column 1 is a single off the pitcher's glove, plus error possible. Pitcher recovers but may throw wildly. Pitcher's error rating, if the roll is higher. Kmeyer is a 65. What do you know? It's 65, right on the money. So it's not higher. So no error. So a single for Dick Davis. Brings up Wolford. Hitting away, 5-4. There's a 4 and then a 5-4. So a 6 in column 5 is a walk. Runner on first only, or bases full, is 2 balls on the batter. So 2 balls on the batter, 2-6. And we get the 60 raised number. 65 is going to make it a 5, so it goes up 1. And the left fielder, that is going to 65, wait a minute. Makes it a 5, okay, yeah. So it's going to drop in. That is higher than White's fielding. So it's going to drop in for a double. Runners advance 2 bases, scoring from first if speed is higher than the outfielder's arm or with 2 outs. Davis is a 4. White is a 2 in the arm, so it is a RBI double for Wolford. His 3rd double of the game. Robin Yount, 1-1's a 10 and a 1-4 13 in column 1 is a single up the middle. Runners advance 1 base. Runner with 4 or 5 speed advances 2 bases. And Wolford has 4 speed. RBI, Robin Yount. Still nobody out. Charlie Moore, a 1-4. And a 5 and a 1-1. So a 7 in column 1 is a pop out to second. Top of the order, Paul Molitor, 2 1s, a 35 and a 2-2. So a 38 in column 2. Is a ground ball to the pitcher. Runners are going to advance 1 base. So 2 away with Yount at second on money, 6-3, 31, and a 6-1, so 32, column 6. Pops out to third. Two more runs for the Brewers. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-1. Top of the 8th inning, Fred Stanley. It's a 1-2 is a 2, and that will be a strikeout. Mickey Rivers, a 4-2 is a 5 and a 4-2. First base, so a ground ball to first. 2 away, Roy White, 1-4, 35 and a 1-3. Is a 4, so 39 in column 1. That's going to be a ground ball to first. One more chance for the Yankees. Not looking good. Albando. 3-4 is a 57. And then a 3-1 is a force of 61. Column 3. 61, and that's the rare play as a result. But it's even, so 53 to 50, so it's a dribbler to the mound. And let's see, runner speed, Bando's a 3. It is higher. Roll 1 die to see if he makes it or not, and it is higher than his speed, so he is out. Larry Heisel, 1-3 is a 10, and a 1-1, so a 12 in column 1. Single up the middle. And Heisel can try to steal here. We've got Munson is a 5. 5 on the range. And then a 4 for Kmar. 5 and a 4 is a 53. And what do you know? We get a 53. If the die roll is equal to or less than, the runner is caught stealing. So he is going to be caught. A 2-6. Larry Heisel singles and then gets thrown out stealing. 6 to Lescano, 5-2, 27 and a 5-1. So 28 in column 5. It is a fly out to right. Go to the 9th inning. And Thurman Munson due to lead it off. Mike Caldwell trying to go the distance. 6-3, 16, and a 6-2 versus a righty. He's a 1, so 17. That'll be a fly out to left. So Lupinella, 4-3 is a 2. And then a 4-1 will be ground out to second. Brings up Chris Chambliss. Maybe just let somebody else bat here, a righty. Let's just let Cliff Johnson get in at bat here, since he's a right-hander. Two 4 is a 2 and a 2-4. There's a 4, so a 6 in column 2, and he strikes out. Hey, we tried. That is the ball game. That is loss number 4 for Ron Guidry. He is going to lose it. The Yankees go down 6-8. 8-1. The final. Guidry goes 5 innings. Gets the loss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hits. Let me double check. 1. I think I might have counted that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, so 12 hits. Runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs, all earned. Walks 1. Just 1 walk. Strikeouts 1. 2 strikeouts. And no home runs. But 3 strikeouts, 1 walk in the actual game. 5 runs, 6 runs here. 8 hits, 12 hits. He did go 6. He only went 5 here. So pretty nice representation by the replay game. No doubt about it. So Guidry's going to drop to 11-4, 13-1 actual, and that's going to wrap this one up. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching. And this is Tabletop Earl reporting live for Tabletop Baseball Plus. Until next time, you guys have a great evening and God bless.